Hi all of you, the final wait is over. NEET SS 2022, the announcement has come and the examination date is announced as September 1 and September 2 of 2022, and 45 days from now on, July 15th, now application starts and you can start applying, and they have given the appropriate time and the pattern, which was announced last year that could be adopted this year, the same has been adopted as 150 questions, and this 150 questions will be from the feeder branch. If you are from MD General Medicine, you want to apply for DM Super Speciality, and you have to get onto the PG exit level standard. Similarly for MS or DNB General Surgery or MD Pediatrics or MD Ops Gynae or MS ENT, whatever the specialty you belong to and you want to do a super speciality, the questions will be asked with respect to the PG exit level standard. Okay, and the number of questions will be 150 and the timing that will be given to you is 2.5 hours. And do you have a negative marking here? Yes. And a positive response will have 4 mark and a negative response will have a -1 mark. So there is a negative score, and the paper is for 150 paper of PG exit level standard. Okay, so now what to do in 45 days? So in the last 45 days, what best can be done and what to be done? So shall we, before going into that, we will just go through the important dates and important features of the information bulletin released by the National Board of Examinations. Okay, let's get started. Now the online application submission starts on 15th July 2022, 3 p.m. onwards, and this is up to 4th August 2022, up to 11:55 p.m. So it's better to conclude by 3rd August itself, and so that no tension on the next day because of the server and all that and technology issues. So do well in advance. And edit window for all applicants will be on 8th August to 10th August. So 8th August to 10th August for the edit window, and the final edit window to rectify the deficient images like photograph signatures and thumb impression will be from 19th August to 21st August. So 3 days has been given there. And the issue of admit card will be from on 25th of August 2022, and the examination date, very important, 1st and 2nd of September. So there are 2 days of examination and you should know and which day you belong to. Okay. Now it's very clear, and the information bulletin is very clearly given that the primary feeder specialities, each group shall have a primary feeder broad specialty subject listed in the table. You're going to look into that. The question paper for any group will cover the general basic component and all subspecialty and systems and components of the respective primary feeder broader specialty subject. Okay. And there are 13 groups which have been allocated, and you can see here where the medical group, this is group number 1 which is given here in the bulletin, and so the candidates who are eligible are MD or DNB General Medicine, and you can see the aspirants who want to do a DM super specialty like cardiology, clinical hematology and clinical immunology and rheumatology, critical care medicine, endocrinology, medical gastroenterology, hepatology, infectious disease, medical genetics, medical oncology, nephrology and neurology. All those aspiring for this DM super specialties, this many 1 to 12 listed DM super specialties have to take up the exam under medical group. So the medical group will have 150 questions, and this 150 questions of will be of PG exit level, MD or DNB General Medicine exit level standard, and it will be predominantly covered from Harrison's, I believe so, and Harrison's, and it will be Harrison's 21st edition. So 21st edition you have to go through, because this edition has been released almost 3 months back, and now another 2 months is there, or 45 days is there. So definitely you can expect questions from 21st edition. And 21st edition Harrison based classes are already loaded in speed learning app under 21st edition folder itself in DM medical group. Kindly go through it, and that could be definitely a game changer and an edge that you will definitely will have by going through the 21st edition, because this book has come after a very long time, and definitely the changes are there, and these changes can be or might be incorporated in the upcoming exam paper. So let us not take a chance. So still time is there, and to complete 21st edition of Harrison will not take more than 30 days. So you have 45 days now. So 30 days, if you could work, even you start from tomorrow or any day, 30 days before the exam, or at least 20 days before the exam, you can completely go through all the videos once and you can revise all the notes and PowerPoints which are loaded in the app. So definitely you'll be able to do that, and kindly get on to the 21st edition of Harrison, and that will definitely make important for this upcoming exam. Okay, next. Surgical group, those students who have completed MS or DNB general surgery and are aspiring for an MCH, cardiothoracic, cardiovascular and thoracic surgery, or pediatric cardiothoracic and vascular surgery, or pediatric surgery, or surgical gastroenterology, or hepatopancreatic biliary surgery, neurosurgery, or plastic reconstructive surgery, urology, vascular surgery, surgical oncology, endocrine surgery, and thoracic surgery. MCH of all this listed 1 to 12 specialties who want to do, and aspiring candidates are eligible for MS and DNB general surgery have to complete the general surgery PG exit level standard from Bailey and Lau, and from Subiston, Bailey and Lau 27th edition, and Subiston it should be 21st edition, and Schwartz, okay, and it should be 11th edition. So all this content are being fully loaded, I mean page by page, table by table, image by image in the speed learning app. You should definitely go through that and revise it, and that will be more than enough for you to complete your preparation for this upcoming exam, no issues. And you will have a test and discussion also, and a short revision also, I mean for all the candidates, for all the groups, and definitely you will be benefited out of it and complete whatever you have started, and enough of material has been already loaded in the app. Kindly go through that and start revising. And those students who have not started, kindly start immediately. And pediatric group, and MD and DNB pediatrics students, completing students or completed students are aspiring for DM subspecialties in pediatric, neonatology, hepatology, nephrology, oncology, neurology, cardiology or gastroenterology or critical care in pediatric. I have to go through 150 paper, and it should be Nelson based, and complete on the PG exit level standard. And you have Nelson based classes have been loaded in the learning app, speed learning app. Kindly go through it and start revising it, and that content will be more than adequate enough for you to clear this upcoming exam in pediatric DM super specialty exam. Now, Obs Gynae, and those students who are completing MD or MS, DNB, obstetrics and gynecology, and they are eligible for gynec oncology and reproductive medicine surgery, and they have to, there's a common paper, and after the results, and they can choose on the counseling the specialty they wanted, and William and Novak and all that based on PG exit level standard books have been thoroughly taken and been there in the learning app. Kindly go through that and start revising it. And similarly, other groups like orthopedic group and MS and DNB orthopedicians and aspiring for hand surgery and pediatric orthopedics, anesthesia group and MD or DNB anesthesiology students completed are aspiring for DM cardiac anesthesia, neuroanesthesia, organ transplant anesthesia and critical care anesthesia, or pediatric and neonatal anesthesia. So all this DM super specialty courses are available in anesthesia group. Radio diagnosis group, neuro radiology and interventional radiology are available for those students who are completed for MD and DNB radiology, and respiratory medicine group, and they are eligible for pulmonary medicine. And medical group, microbiology group, aspiring for DM virology, and pathology group students completed pathology, MD or DNB, aspiring for DM oncopathology, and psychiatric group, MD or DNB psychiatry, aspiring for geriatric mental health and child and adolescent psychiatry, and pharmacology group are MD or DNB pharmacology, aspiring for DM clinical pharmacology. ENT group, those students finished MS or DNB ENT, and aspiring for MCH, head and neck surgery. Okay, so these are the various groups that are available. This is very, very, very important slide which has been released by the National Board of Examinations, the question paper, about the question paper, and this is common for all. Total number of questions in the question paper shall be 150, and the time duration is 2.5 hours, that is 150 minutes. That means roughly one question, 1 minute for one question. The question paper will consist of questions from general and basic component of primary feeder broad specialty subject, and from all subspecialty system and component of that primary feeder broad specialty subject. All 150 questions would be from the curriculum of postgraduate exit level of the primary feeder broad specialty subject. So having said this is a postgraduate exit level, and this postgraduate exit level will be of a higher standard. I'm telling you again, the postgraduate exit level of a higher standard for the subspecialty and system will be there. So that is the reason why in the speed learning app, the faculties have kept 15 to 20% more than the requirement of a PG exit level standard, so that any kind of toughness and tough questions in the exam can be handled comfortably. So don't worry about it. And even a PG exit level, be a simple paper, you'll be definitely be able to do well, and it's going to be a very tough paper also, you'll be able to do well. Okay. So, the content is been to that standard in the speed learning app. Now, it's going to be a multiple feeder broad specialty. If suppose a student is a DM, aspiring student is DM or DR and B endocrinology, and he is a general medicine and pediatrics. Suppose a pediatrician wants to do, yes, a pediatric subspecialty, aspiring for that, and an adult medicine and endocrinology. Yes, and what he is supposed to do? See, he has to write two papers. One is he is to write the pediatric group in the pediatric paper itself, and a general medical group paper has to write for endocrinology. That's what it means. And similarly, the example is given for similarly for general surgery and ENT. Suppose a general surgeon wants to do head and neck surgery, which is grouped under ENT, and he has to write in the ENT group. Suppose an ENT surgeon wants to do any of his eligible course in MCH, he has to write in a paper in MCH general surgery group. Okay. So, this is what is given here, and there is a table which is also given. I'll just show you the flowchart and table. Before that, a correct response will have 4 marks, incorrect response will have 1 mark shall be deducted, and unattempted questions will have 0. So, there shall be 25% negative marking for incorrect answers. No marks will be deducted for unattempted questions, and allocation of marks for each question as follows. 4 marks is for the correct answer. Now, you can see here. So, Obs Gynae will, suppose an example, an Obs Gynae candidate in writing a paper of 150 questions for MCH Gynec Oncology, and after he gives the paper, and the candidate will have to apply for Obs Gynae group paper, and once the results are out, yes, and of course, he has to pay the application fees as mentioned here. So, the candidates will appear the exam on Obs Gynae group on 1st September in the morning shift, okay, and after the counselling he will be able to apply for what he has chosen as a super specialty. Similarly, a pediatric candidate wants to take an admission for DM or DRNB endocrinology, and also for other alternate option for him is DM or DRNB neonatology. He will have to apply in 2 papers, one in pediatric group, other in medical group. So, medical group and pediatric group, both the paper he has to apply. So, he has to apply for 2 application fees. He has to write 2 exams, and the medical group exam on 2/9/2022 in the morning, and 2/9/2022 for the pediatric paper in the afternoon. So, morning medical group, and the evening he will sit for the pediatric group and give the exam, and after the results, and according to what he wants, he can choose in the counselling. And similarly, when a general surgery candidate willing for an admission for an MCH head and neck surgery, or MCH urology, or MCH hand surgery. So, see, suppose MCH head and neck surgery, he has to apply for an ENT group, and suppose he wants to do an MCH urology, he has to go for MCH surgical group, and MCH hand surgery, he has to go for orthopedic group. So, he has to give 3 applications. That's what is mentioned here. Okay. So, ENT group, orthopedic group, and surgical group. According to the time and date, he has to sit for the exam, and after the results, he can go for the counselling and choose according to his convenience and according to the merit list. So, that's what it means. So, whatever the feeder branch is eligible for, and that eligible branch is there within his feeder group, he will be able to take it directly. Suppose it is there in some other group, he has to apply that group and then sit for the exam and give the exam and get the results and go ahead accordingly. Okay, that's what this means. So, final take home message is this, that the exam date is on 1st and 2nd of September. So, kindly note which date you are falling under, and the cutoff date for qualifying an MD and MS DNB broad specialty qualification towards the determination of eligibility of appearing for NEET SS 2022 is 15th of September. Very important date. Declaration of results of NEET SS in 2022 will be by 15th of September 2022. Commencement of academic session will be 1st of October. and last date of students get admitted is 31st of October. So it starts in September, getting closed in October. Very clear, right? So now it's very clear, and they have clearly announced, and now it's the time to start. Now, for those students who have started their preparation, now is the time to quickly complete if you are not completed once, and if you are completed once, then start your revision. So, how many revisions are required? 5 revisions are required. So, kindly go ahead with the 5 revisions if you have completed all the videos and the notes once and with the model papers. Okay, if you are not done, complete it once and start your revision. And for those students who are going to start right now, I mean they have not touched so far, and after the announcement of information bulletin only, most of them will start. There are certain group of candidates will do that way, and I mean what they should do. What they should do is, now this 45 days you please apply the leave. So wherever you are working, apply leave for 45 days up to September 2nd. Now what you do is, go through all the videos, whatever the group that you want to take, DM or MCH of any of the feeder branch you want to take, go through the videos completely once. Suppose you are going to take DM general medical group, then general medical group, then medical group, you have to finish 21st edition of Harrison, all the videos once. Yes, that can be done within, say, continuously 10 hours a day, you will be able to finish within 15 days. And suppose you can make it 12 hours, you can lesser than that. Suppose you are able to only spend almost 7 to 8 hours, you take 20 days. So 15 to 20 days, you will be able to complete all the videos and the notes. Then after that, keep 10 days for revision. So 30 days, you can complete and do it, and you can give a best shot of exam. That is one possibility. Yes. The other possibility is, what to do is, if you have only say 15 20 days, that is what the time that is available for you. What you can do is, spend 15 to 16 hours. Yes, continuously watch the video once, because I have seen in one of my experience, one student 15 days before the exam, he just called me and asked, sir, is it possible for me to join speed learning app now and to complete the course and will be eligible and make myself eligible for my super speciality? I said yes. I said, don't do anything, apply leave, take a good earphone, take the speed learning app, start the videos, start seeing it. 5 hours sleep, rest of the hours you just see only the videos, and once you see the video, to the respective video you work on the questions and do the grand exams, nothing else. So he did for 15 days and he went for the exam, and he scored rank number 12 in last year NEET SS, and he got into DM super speciality of cardiology. So it is quite possible and it is doable, and a lot of students, one example, a lot of students have done it, and now you have 45 days. I mean, it's 3 times the time which I am mentioning. Definitely it is possible. Even 30 days or 15 days, definitely it is possible, and start doing it. And those students already in the preparation for last 3 months or 6 months or 2 months or 1 year or 2 years, time to start consolidate for another 15 days, and 30 days of solid revision you should do. 30 days of solid revision, another 15 days consolidate, and 30 days of solid revision, 5 revisions you do. Things that you are weak, watch the videos. Things you are strong, just read the notes in the e-notes in the speed learning app and go for the exam and give all the model exams which are available in the app. And definitely doable, don't worry. And this exam is going to be a good exam, and it's going to be 150 in a PG exit level standard exam, slightly a higher standard exam, that what I predict. And you will all be able to do, because your preparation is well above the standard of exam. That's what the faculties in speed have done for you. And we'll be supporting you with more model exams from now on, and also an updates and last minute updates and a quick short revisions in important areas and high yields will be done for all the specialty students. And we'll stay with you, and we'll tune with you, and we'll handhold you until you reach the respective positions and respective good ranks and respective specialties. And we are there with you, and definitely will be with you, and to reach good results for your exams. All the best to all of you for a great preparation for the upcoming NEET SS 2022 and the exam date scheduled on 1st and 2nd September. All the best to all of you, and we are there always with you. Yes, as a speed team. Thank you. Best wishes.